To pimp a butterfly. Does anybody know what that means? Yeah, okay. Yes, Alright. The caterpillar is a prisoner to the streets that conceived it. Its only job is to eat or consume everything around it. In order to protect itself from this mad city, while consuming its environment, the caterpillar begins to notice ways to survive. One thing it notices is how much the world shuns him, but praises the butterfly. The butterfly represents the talent, the thoughtfulness, and the beauty within the caterpillar. But having a harsh outlook on life, the caterpillar sees the butterfly as weak and figures out a way to pivot to its own benefit. Already surrounded by this mad city, the caterpillar goes to work on the cocoon, which institutionalizes him. He can no longer see past his own thoughts. He's trapped. When trapped inside these walls, certain ideas take root, such as going back home and bringing back new concepts to this mad city. The results? Wings begin to emerge, breaking the cycle of feeling stagnant. Finally free, the butterfly sheds light on situations that the caterpillar never considered, ending the internal struggle. Although the butterfly and the caterpillar are completely different, they are one and the same. So this album represents what hip-hop is supposed to be about. Before I begin, I'd like to say that music is probably one of the most influential things in the world today. I mean, from the way that we dress to the way that we talk, it's pretty much links back up to music. Yeah, everything that we do, I mean, literally, like all the little trends that we have, all link back up to music. We all look up to pop stars, you know? The thing is that pop culture destroys genres once the genre becomes pop culture. See, hip-hop is not about money, sex, and drugs. Hip-hop is about influencing people and helping them think outside the box. See, I listen to a lot of music. I'm pretty sure all of you guys listen to music, but I listen to music a little bit different. I listen to it with an intellectual ear, meaning that I find a lot of flaws in a lot of rappers' logic that claim to be real. I mean, I guess that's what's cool nowadays, being real, right? So first I will discuss once you get a better understanding of To Pimp a Butterfly, you will get a better understanding of what the hip-hop culture is about. First, I will discuss how To Pimp a Butterfly represents the hip-hop culture and how I identify myself with the hip-hop culture. To Pimp a Butterfly is a prime example of what hip-hop should be. Hip-hop is a form of expression that was meant to address society issues and to break down racial barriers among our community. See, hip-hop was meant to uplift people rather than bring people down. The thing is that our generation is not accustomed to this type of music. Our generation pretty much likes, praises people that like they glorify the abuse of money, drugs, and women. I mean, that's what we're into. I mean, pretty much our rappers are telling us that if you don't have one or all three of them, you're pretty much worthless. I mean, that's what they're telling us. But yet we still sing along because, I mean, I get you, man. It's catchy. I like that. You know, I like the song. I'm in love with the gold. I like that. You know, it's dope. You know, and but the thing is that pop culture is dumbing us down. See, the government knows exactly how powerful music can be, so therefore they use it to their benefits. Yeah, they use it to their benefit. The things that we glorify are like walls that keep us trapped inside and really seeing what's really important in life. The things that people say that we can and cannot do are also part of these walls. The limitations that we place upon ourselves are also part of these walls that are placed around us by the system. See, the thing is that hip-hop was meant to help people think outside the box. Why do you think people like rappers like Tupac were able to influence so many people? Because he didn't talk about the fantasies and the fairy tales that these rappers talk about. He talks about real life situations. So therefore he's able to relate to everybody, not just thugs. See, hip hop was meant to be about universal topics. Oh yeah. So now, so To Pimp a Butterfly, it's kind of hard. To Pimp a Butterfly To Pimp a Butterfly is like way beyond a lot of listeners' comprehension. See, people who say that this album is whack are the same people that are trapped behind these walls because they're so used to what other rappers talk about. See, To Pimp a Butterfly is a metaphor for how we live our lives as American culture. See, we start off as a caterpillar, consuming everything around us, meaning that we intake the way the world works around us, but yet it's the system that shows us and manipulates what it is that we glorify. Yeah, so they manipulate what we glorify. these walls that are set up pretty much stop us from seeing like really what is important, what makes you happy. Oh yeah, so the cocoon represents what the walls that we're trapped inside. Trapped inside of the cocoon. The cocoon represents the walls that we're trapped inside. The cocoon is basically oh yeah, so the cocoon represents the capitalistic society in which we live in, and the box world that we live in. See, now that you understand what To Pimp a Butterfly is, I will tell you how I relate to the hip hop culture. Growing up as a kid, my dad would play nothing but hip hop and soul music, you know, and I didn't understand the lyrics, but I enjoyed the melodies. You know, as I got older, I started identifying myself with these lyrics as I began to experience life, you know, and I identified my feelings with these. So when rappers like Kendrick Lamar, they get my feelings and they put them into words and concepts, it makes me feel like some type of hope, because I'm able to go to concerts and relate to thousands of strangers that I don't know about. So now that you learn about what To Pimp a Butterfly represents, you get a better understanding of what the hip hop culture is about. Before you say that hip hop is ghetto, really listen to the lyricism behind most rappers, because they talk about the struggle. There's beauty in the struggle the beauty in the struggle and the mental struggle that we all overcome. You know, hip hop is not just hip hop. Hip hop is us, pretty